A vast country, the largest in the world, stretching across 11 time zones where you can experience a chilling minus 71 degrees Celsius in Siberia in the morning and soak up the golden sun at 35 degrees Celsius by the Black Sea in the afternoon. Russia, a nation with the highest rate of twins where cats are hired to work in museums, women are renowned as the most beautiful in the world, and a massive underground system lies hidden beneath the surface. A country full of mystery and wonder awaits your exploration. All this will be featured in our travel documentary. Start your journey to discover life in Russia right now. Russia is so vast that you can fly for 8 continuous hours and still not leave its borders. Covering an area of 17.1 million square kilometers, Russia accounts for 1/9 of the Earth's total land area, larger than the combined sizes of the US and Canada, and even bigger than Pluto, 16.6 million square kilometers. However, much of this country is covered in frost, with 77% of its territory being frigid land. Russia stretches across 11 time zones and shares borders with 16 countries, more than any other nation on the planet. Only in Russia can you travel from Europe to Asia without leaving its territory, a privilege that is rare anywhere else. You can explore the endless taiga forests, cross the desert in Astrakhan, conquer the majestic Caucasus Mountains, or stand before Lake Baikal, the deepest freshwater lake in the world, containing 20% of the Earth's unfrozen freshwater. If that's not impressive enough, remember that Russia also has more active volcanoes than any other country, especially on the Kamchatka Peninsula, where you can see lava flowing right next to eternal snow. Russia is also one of the countries with the most extreme climates in the world. The city of Oymyakon is known as the coldest inhabited place, with temperatures dropping to minus 71.2 degrees Celsius, colder than Mars in winter. In contrast, summer in Sochi, the famous seaside city, can heat up to 35 degrees Celsius, making it a resort paradise for the Russian elite. The Russian flag features 3 colors, white, blue, and red, symbols of patriotism and strength. The full name of this country is the Russian Federation, with Moscow as its capital. Russia is home to over 146 million people, with more than 190 different ethnic groups and nationalities, creating a diverse and rich culture. While Russian is the official language, over 100 minority languages are spoken throughout the country, making Russia one of the most multilingual nations in the world. It even has one of the least spoken languages in the world, Tersami, which currently only has 2 speakers left on the Kola Peninsula. In the remote regions of Russia, there is a tribe with a traditional custom where the wife must host guests for her family, shocking the world. If you want to know more about this custom, leave a comment with the number 2. In terms of the economy, Russia possesses the richest natural resources on the planet, from oil and gas to gold and diamonds. As one of the largest energy exporters in the world, Russia plays a crucial role in the global economy. If you're driving in the US or Europe, there's a good chance that the gasoline in your car comes from Russian oil fields. Russia is a land of wonders, where history, culture, and nature blend together to create a mysterious, yet incredibly captivating nation. One special thing you may notice when you arrive in Russia is that Russians do not have a habit of smiling at strangers. This might make many tourists feel a bit intimidated or awkward when they first set foot here. But don't rush to judge, because when you have the opportunity to talk to them, you'll be surprised by the sincerity, hospitality, and kindness they show you. An interesting fact is that in Russia, a smile is not just a polite gesture. It must come from genuine emotion. Russians don't smile just for the sake of it, but when they do smile at you, it's a sign of real respect and goodwill. When you arrive at the airport or hotel, you'll see bright smiles from the staff, but once you step onto the streets, you may encounter serious-looking faces. Don't let that fool you. If you ask for directions, even if your Russian is just rudimentary, they will patiently listen, try to understand, and guide you as best as they can. If you're invited to a Russian home, you might be surprised by the abundance of delicious food, as traditionally a well-filled table is a sign of true hospitality. If you get the chance to visit Russian homes, don't be surprised to see thick, vibrantly patterned carpets neatly hung on the walls of the living room or bedroom. Of course, these carpets are not just for decoration. This tradition dates back to when many apartments were built with thin walls, allowing noise from neighbors to easily pass through. To soundproof their homes, Russians found a simple yet effective solution: hanging carpets on the walls. This helps keep the warmth in during the harsh winters and significantly reduces noise. Even today, although building technology has advanced, wall carpets remain popular, becoming a nostalgic symbol of coziness and tradition in Russian households. If there's one thing that makes Russia famous worldwide, it's the legendary beauty of Russian women. French writer Alexander Lutz once said, "The beauty of Russian women is the priceless treasure of the country." Indeed, many tourists are often dazzled by girls with shimmering blonde hair, deep blue eyes like Lake Baikal, and an elegance that rivals the goddesses in European paintings. Interestingly, despite being admired by the world, 95% of Russian women underestimate their own beauty. This might surprise you, but it reflects the humility and extremely high beauty standards in this country. From a young age, Russian girls are taught that women should not only be beautiful, but also intelligent, independent, and strong. Therefore, they focus not only on their appearance, but also on knowledge, careers, and communication skills. However, you might find it amusing or a bit surprising that there are always many women around. This gender imbalance has placed the country on the list of which countries have more females than males. Currently, for every 1,000 men, there are about 1,183 women, with a total of 11 million more females than males. This is a sad reality for the beautiful girls here. This makes finding a suitable husband quite a challenge. As a result, Russian women are increasingly seeking partners abroad, especially educated, stable men who value family. If you speak English or Russian, your chances are even higher. If you want to know how to connect with Russian girls through dating apps or online social platforms, leave a comment with the number 8. And if you'd like us to share some tips on how to win over a Russian girl, leave a comment with the number 9. We will provide you with the answers. An astonishing fact is that Russia holds the record for the most children born in human history. In the 18th century, a prolific Russian mother gave birth to 16 pairs of twins, 7 sets of triplets, and 4 sets of quadruplets, totaling 69 children over 40 years with the same husband. This remarkable woman was a farmer in the Shuya province named Valentina Vasilyev, and her husband was Fyodor Vasilyev. Additionally, Russia has a higher than average rate of twins. In some areas, such as the town of Denisovka, the twin birth rate is even double the global average. Scientists have yet to pinpoint the exact reasons, but many theories suggest that genetics, diet, and climate conditions may play significant roles. Notably, there are many families in Russia with multiple generations of twins, meaning grandparents, parents, and children all have siblings who are twins. If you're looking to marry here, the chances of having a pair of adorable twins are quite high, a privilege that not every country can boast. These factors have attracted a large community of foreigners to Russia. There are over 10 million foreigners living in Russia, making it one of the countries with the largest immigrant communities in the world. Moscow, the splendid capital, is home to hundreds of thousands of people from China, India, Germany, the US, and many other countries. This creates a rich cultural tapestry. With a promising economy, Russia is becoming an attractive destination for investors and professionals from all over the globe. One thing is certain: if you come to Russia, you will never feel lonely. Walking through the streets of Russia, you will easily notice something special. The streets are so clean that there is almost no litter. Russians are very conscientious. They never throw trash in public places. Water trucks frequently drive around to wash the sidewalks and roads, keeping the cities sparkling and picturesque. Moreover, Russia has an indispensable symbol: vodka. The name of this famous drink comes from the word voda, which means water in Russian, reflecting its popularity in the lives of the people. Vodka is not just a beverage, it is also a part of Russian culture, appearing in celebrations, weddings, and gatherings with friends. On average, Each Russian drinks 6.3 glasses of vodka per week, nearly double that of Americans, 3.3 glasses. When you visit Russia, don't just stroll the streets. Explore the underground world below. Hidden deep beneath Moscow is a transportation marvel that everyone should experience. The greatest subway system. Every day, about 9 million passengers use the subway here, a number that even surpasses the total passengers of London and New York combined. What makes this system unique is not just its scale, but also its impressive depth. The Park Pobedi station is 85 meters underground, equivalent to the height of a 28-story building. This is the fourth deepest station in the world, with a length 1.7 times that of an Olympic swimming pool. If you want to experience the hustle and bustle, head to Vikino Station, the busiest in Moscow with hundreds of thousands of passengers daily. Not only is it a transportation system, but the Russian subway is also an architectural masterpiece. Many stations in Moscow are built like underground palaces, featuring magnificent chandeliers, intricate stone mosaics, and beautiful sculptures. Notably, this system is also designed as a bomb shelter, showcasing the remarkable adaptability of Russians to historical challenges. If you want to explore and experience this transportation wonder when you come to Russia, leave a comment with the number 5. But Russia is not only famous for its massive subway system. Imagine, if you connected all the pipelines for gas, oil, LPG, and refined products in Russia, the total length would reach 259,913 kilometers, more than 6 times the circumference of the Earth. Such a colossal system is enough to power numerous countries and assert Russia's position on the global energy map. And if you love long journeys, Russia has the longest single railway line in the world, the Trans-Siberian Railway. Stretching a total of 9,289 kilometers, this railway runs from Europe to Asia, crossing 8 time zones and dozens of different climate zones. A train ride across Russia can take up to 7 continuous days, a journey unmatched anywhere else in the world. When visiting Russia, you absolutely cannot miss the capital city, Moscow, the heart of the country where the past and present beautifully intertwine. The magnificent Kremlin, a symbol of Russia's power, is right next to Red Square, one of the most famous squares in the world. Close by, St. Basil's Cathedral, with its colorful domes that look like they've come straight out of a fairy tale, leaves every visitor in awe. Not only does Moscow boast grand architecture, but it also has a subway system dubbed the Palace Underground, featuring stations adorned with mosaics, chandeliers, and luxurious marble columns. This city is also a cultural hub, home to world-class theaters like the Bolshoi, which has produced some of the most renowned ballet dancers in the world. Venturing further from the city center, you'll find yourself in a different world, filled with endless birch forests stretching to the horizon. The birch tree is not only the most characteristic tree of Russia, but it also symbolizes the Russian soul. Birch trees appear in thousands of poems, songs, and fairy tales, much like the oak in America or the olive tree in the Mediterranean. You'll be surprised to learn